Welcome back to Samurai Radio. Today we're going to be talking about the Cleveland Cavaliers versus the Golden State Warriors. As you guys know, Game 7 is tonight in Oakland at Oracle Arena, as the Golden State Warriors are trying to capitalize on their 73-9 season with a championship and to defeat any criticism that they might have had going into Game 7 from being up 3-1 and losing the past two games, one at home and one in the city of Cleveland. And the Cavaliers and LeBron James trying to finally capture a championship for the city of Cleveland. You know, they haven't done it since 1964, and that last time was the Cleveland Browns. So no major championships for the city of Cleveland, but tonight could change that, as it will be Game 7. What are your predictions? What are my predictions? My prediction, final state, is that this game will go into overtime, and the final score will be 110-105. The Cleveland Cavaliers will have a 5-point win against the Golden State Warriors in overtime of Game 7 to finally capture a championship for the Cleveland Cavaliers, and for LeBron to finally fulfill his guaranteed promise of bringing a championship to the city of Cleveland. The reason why I think this will happen is just because I feel like the Cavaliers want it more. They went down 3-1. LeBron and Kyrie come and score 41 apiece in Game 5. Game 6, LeBron scores 41 again and just capitalizes on an amazing back-to-back game performance and shows that, hey, look, Steph Curry might be the MVP, but I am still the best player in the world, which despite anything from me being a Miami Heat fan, I still do definitely think that LeBron James is the best basketball player that is playing in the world right now. He's not the best basketball player ever in the world. That's not counting the retired basketball players. He's the best currently playing basketball player in the world. I believe that 100%, and I will not go back on that. Despite him leaving the Heat, it doesn't matter. We don't have as much of a connection as the city of Cleveland does with LeBron, but there is no way that you can say that LeBron James isn't the best basketball player in the world right now. And I think he's trying to prove that more to the world than to himself, because if he can bring a championship to the city of Cleveland, yeah, he does have help in more Kyrie Irving than Kevin Love, but in Kevin Love and Kyrie Irving, that he could just bring it to the city of Cleveland. And for Cleveland to finally get something for their city ever since 1964, and it could be a real big thing for the city of Cleveland. That's why I think that the Cavaliers are way more motivated, because they want to do something special and bring something special to the city of Cleveland. And they want to be the type of people who will come and say, listen, we did what we set out to do. And for them to have a huge celebration in Cleveland, it would be a historic moment. And it would be something that no one right now winning a championship could ever amass. It would just be too great of an accomplishment for the city of Cleveland, LeBron James and Kyrie Irving, and Kevin Love, Tristan Thompson, Deladova, J.R. Smith, the whole list of the players that are on that team right now. The reason why I think Oakland won't win, why I say Oakland, but Golden State, why Golden State won't win, is because I feel like they are out of it. After the 73-9 season, they were chasing that more than I felt like they were chasing to win the championship. Steve Kerr played his team all the way up until the point where they were able to get the 73-9 record. And although Steve Kerr is a great coach, I just think they're out of it. They've played now 2 back-to-back Game 7 series against 2 amazing teams. When you went against KD, Russell, and the Thunder, and now you're going to have to go against LeBron. Now, granted, you had to come back, which made it even harder for you than to have to get the championship. But now, losing 2 back-to-back games, you gave all the motivation and all of the hype to the city of Cleveland and the Cavaliers, and rather than having it for yourselves by defeating them in Game 4 on your home court, or defeating them in Game 5 on your home court, or defeating them in Game 6 away from your home court like you did last year, you had the chances to do everything you could have done. You weren't able to get it done, so now you have to go tonight and prove to the world that all the momentum is on your side rather than on the side of the Cavaliers. If you look at the Cavaliers right now, they definitely have all of the momentum with the back-to-back performances by LeBron James. I mean, there's no way you can say that they don't have the momentum currently. But I think that all that momentum is going to just swing the Cavs' way. And it all starts with whoever dominates the first quarter, in my opinion. Whoever comes out the strongest, if they can keep that up, then that game could be over. If you've seen what LeBron did the last time he won a championship, it was down here in Miami against the Spurs. Game 6, he had a rocky game other than, this Game 6. He had a great game with the Cavs. And then Game 7, it wasn't even a matchup against the Spurs. They had all the momentum that swung their way after the Ray Allen shot to send it into overtime. It just completely deflated the Spurs. I feel like the past 2 games that the Cavaliers have had, especially from LeBron's side, has just deflated the Golden State Warriors. Draymond Green getting suspended for Game 5. Game 6 saying that there's no way they lose, and then they end up losing Game 6 by a good margin. Steph Curry getting ejected as well, which is another thing I have to talk about with you guys. But it's just something I think that all the motivation will get swung the Cavaliers' way. That is my final prediction for Game 7. Now I want to talk about and swing over to, did Steph Curry do enough to get suspended for Game 7? Should the $25,000 fine have been enough, or should he have been suspended for Game 7? And is the NBA really rigged? My opinion on that, sorry for the sniffling, I don't know why I have so much phlegm in my throat right now, but my opinion on that is, let me click into something I was going to look at, is that I think that Steph Curry's fine was hefty, $25,000 fine for throwing the mouthpiece at a fan, but I think that he shouldn't have lost his cool. If you're the MVP, and I've said this before to my friends, I've said it on Twitter before too, not about Steph Curry, but about other MVPs in general. If you are the MVP of a league, out of all the players in the National Basketball Association, you were the MVP. You were the best player in the league. Not the best player on your team, not the best player out of all the rookies. You were the best player in the NBA. By a unanimous decision, you were voted as the best player in the NBA. You should not have a freak out like that. I understand some of the fouls that were called should not have been called foul. That is completely understandable. But you, as a player, should not freak out that much, especially in a game like that where there's a chance, even though the NBA won't do it, there's a chance that you could be ejected and not be able to play Game 7, which will put your team even more in a position of doubt, because now they don't have you, who's supposed to be their best player, although he hasn't been playing like it in the playoffs, much like last year, where in the playoffs he wasn't playing like the best player in the league, but during the regular season he was. More, it's been Clay that's been playing the best and the surrounding players around them. But you should not have to have your teammates holding you back. You're not supposed to be yelling at a ref. You shouldn't be getting ejected. I understand that you got fouled out. It's upsetting. Some of the fouls that were called on you shouldn't have been called foul. I would say really only one, to be perfectly honest with you, wasn't. So he still would have been at 5 fouls. Come to that LeBron James foul at the end, which was definitely a foul. It was a reach. You do not freak out like that, especially on a ref, because they don't care if you're the MVP of the league. They don't care about anything really, especially referees. They go wherever the money is, which is what my next statement was going to be, is that the NBA is most definitely not rigged. Now, the reason why I say that the NBA is not rigged, because if the NBA was rigged, they would have wanted the Warriors to win Game 5, and they wouldn't have suspended Draymond. If they wanted the Warriors to win, or they want a specific team to win, they would have done it already with their referees by giving them heftier signing bonuses for swinging calls the other team's way. We've seen times where everyone's been thinking that the NBA is rigged because of multiple things that have happened, but personally, I do believe that the NBA is not rigged at all in the finals. Now, right there is a little asterisk mark. The NBA is not rigged at all in the finals. Games leading up to the finals, I think the NBA is most definitely rigged. I think that there is no doubt in anyone's mind that going up to the finals, the NBA is 100% rigged. I mean, you can see it. I don't think that the series against OKC with Golden State was rigged, but I could definitely see that there's a lot of things that the NBA could do to make the series more exciting, especially in the Eastern Conference. But I think the NBA is rigged more so in the Eastern Conference Finals, the semis, and the first round. I don't think it's really in the finals that the NBA is rigged, and I definitely think in the regular season the NBA is rigged to build hype and television attraction. I will do a whole separate video with some, I guess, concrete evidence for certain things, but I just want to mention that here since there was a lot of speculation that the NBA was rigged, especially after the Ayesha Curry tweet, which I will also make a video about because definitely she is going to be compared to Miko Grimes. Without a doubt, she will be compared to Miko Grimes. But like I said, the Cleveland Cavaliers will be your NBA 2016 Finals champions. That is my prediction. I will do a Game 7 review tomorrow. And if you're a Cleveland Cavalier fan, I hope that you guys do win. It would be great for the city of Cleveland. And even though I hate the Cavaliers because of LeBron leaving, even though I'm more of a Dwayne Wade fan and a Heat fan, just because he left our team and we are dealing with a bunch of stupid shit, that's really the only reason why. I don't hate LeBron James. I just kind of hate the Cavaliers because they're kind of like the Warriors where they're a little bit stuck up. But I do hope that the Cavaliers win. I hate them less than I hate the Warriors. So, like I said, I hope the Cavaliers win. My prediction is they will win 110-105. The Cleveland Cavaliers will be your NBA Finals champions come 1 o'clock in the morning, Eastern Standard Time tomorrow. That'll be all from me, guys. Like the video if you did enjoy. Comment down below if you have any suggestions for videos for me to do, as well as subscribe to the channel if you are not subscribed. We are nearing 100 subscribers. We are at 70. But like I said, 110-105, your Cleveland Cavaliers will be the NBA Finals champions.